Stop day trading. It can literally ruin your life. Take it from somebody who has been in the markets for 2 years. I've had some of my best days in the market making money. Um, this year I kind of was like, man, what's going on? I haven't made $1,000 in a day. It's been a while. Then I started getting a couple $1,000 days. And let me tell you, if you are a trader, let me give you some words of wisdom, my man. Take the money and run, literally. Take your family out on a vacation. Go buy something nice for your mom. Buy your wife some flowers. Do not put it back in the market. Listen, you can make $1,000 in one day trading. You can. I'm going to tell you that. It's possible. But you can also lose it the next day. And that's because you don't have a plan. That's because you're not disciplined. And that's because you are addicted. Stop chasing the dopamine rush. It's gonna leave you high and dry, my friend. Listen, I have a unique message. My name is Justin, and this is Traders Anonymous, where we don't flash Lamborghinis, rented Airbnbs, and rented Turo cars, but we talk markets. We don't talk about SPY and QQQ and Tesla and screenshots of these 10 contracts. We don't do all that here. We talk about this. We talk about the mind of trading. You want to learn how to day trade? Go follow Chris Sane. Go follow somebody that's well established and that talks about trading. If you are a trader between 1 to 3 years and you have an idea of what you're doing, you know how to trade, you've made some money, you've lost some money, but now you're finding yourself in that spiral and that thing that keeps on repeating, then my message is for you. Being in the market consistently for 2 years, you learn a lot, but you learn more about yourself. And I had to go on this rant to get some stuff off my chest because I am not gonna let my family down over the markets. I'm not gonna let myself down over a dopamine rush. I mean, it's like, I like the name Traders Anonymous, right? Because you go to Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous. It's like, hey, last night I smoked a lot of crack and my wife kicked me out. And yeah, I got a day coin. 1 day sober, right? Traders Anonymous, it's like, yesterday I was a degenerate. I took 5 SPX calls and lost all my money. And my wife kicked me out. Welcome to Traders Anonymous, my friend. You're a day clean. What do I mean by a day clean? I mean a day that you followed your plan. A day where maybe you sat out of the markets. A day where a $30 loss was a win. That is Traders Anonymous, my friend. Listen, this is the start of something huge, something that is not available. I mean, I need it for me. I mean, I'm like looking, I'm like, man, there's all these professional traders, and I'm not talking down on anybody's channel. I mean, you have a lot of good people out there giving a lot of good information, teaching people how to trade. That's how I learned how to trade. So I thank God for that. But you have nobody talking about the reality of when you start learning how to trade and you start making money, you need to learn that tomorrow is not promised in the markets. And that revenge trading is a fucking drug. Listen, my name is Justin, and I am a degenerate trader. I have made money, lost money. I have literally took $1 and turned it into $100 on an XSP call. I mean, that's how real this thing is. I screenshots to prove it. $1, man, that was crazy. Into $100. I have turned $600 into $10,000. I have turned $100 into $1,000. I mean, it's real. This market is real. But the psychology behind the market is even more real. Literally 2 weeks ago, I made $1,000. I paid some bills. I moved some things around. The next day, lost $900. It's like, so I only made $300, and I paid my bills with it. So I'm flat. So what I am trying to do this week is a lot different from what I used to do. I'm not trying to make $1,000 in a day, man. Woo! SPX and RUT, I have you on one, man. No, I'm just trying to follow my plan. And listen, the other thing I'm trying to do is build community. Because the shame behind trading, the guilt, the frustration, the anger, just the sickness, man. We need a safe space to talk about it, man. Thank God I have a good friend who I introduced to day trading. And I appreciate him because he's somebody I can be accountable with. I can talk markets with. I can talk with. And we started to realize that why doesn't anybody talk about the losses, man? Why doesn't anybody talk about the sleepless nights? Why doesn't anybody talk about the reality behind day trading? And don't get me started on another rant on, don't think that the PDT rule was lifted for our benefit, my friend. Nah, you don't think that the trading firms were fighting that regulation so they can make more money? That was not for the traders' benefit. I understand now why that rule existed. Because before that rule, you were stuck in a cash account, could not access your money until the next day, could not make another trade with that money. And so it was like, okay, I'm locked out for the day, back again tomorrow. And it's almost like that might have been better for me. I mean, there's a couple different ways to look at it, but the other way I look at it now is like, hey, if I make 10 trades and make $10, I have $100. but the stress costs associated with 10 trades, the time, the management, it's. And then another way to look at it is like, okay, well, if I'm doing that, right, 10 trades, $100, well, let me get 10 contracts and, make like $1,000. There's a couple of different ways to look at it. I'm saying all that to say this, is that the PDT rule has been lifted. You can make unlimited trades. And that is not for your benefit. It is actually for your loss. It is to feed your addiction. It is to keep you stuck. And don't allow it, man. Don't allow it. Don't allow these markets to take your life, to take your joy, to take your peace, to ruin your family. You are more than that. You are better than that. And this week you're going to follow a plan. You're going to take only 3 trades in the day. And if you lose $20 on a trade, you're going to clock out. Clock out of the trade. If you lose 3 trades and you lose $60, you clock out for the day. If you make 3 trades and you only make $60, you clock out for the day. If you make 3 trades and you make no money, clock out for the day. Why? Because tomorrow is another opportunity. Tomorrow might be in a better state of mind. Tomorrow there might be a cleaner setup. The market is always going to be there. But you, your money, your family, they are not. If you keep day trading and you keep losing all your money, your wife is going to leave you. That's how real this is, bro. Somebody had to come on here and talk to you like this, because nobody online is talking like this. And I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with the whole industry, man. They push and push the markets, and there's a million things to trade, and don't let me get started, bro. 24-hour trading and index trading options overnight. Oh my God, I'm not the only one. So I had to come on here and I had to talk real. I had to do it for me. If I get no views on this video, guess what? I don't care, because I just did a rant, invented, cost me nothing. It made me feel free. And if I put it online and somebody watches and it helps them, the heck, man, it's a freaking win. I was going to say I'm going to become a full-time content creator, but that's my other business. So it's just usually I'm not the content. And today I am choosing to just air it out and put it out. Because guess what? I don't care. My family's not going to see it, because that's the thing people don't understand about content creation is your target audience is usually not your family, and they're the ones usually not looking for your videos. And they're probably not going to just run by your videos, especially if you know how to upload to YouTube. They're not going to find a video talking about what you like and what you do, and they don't support you anyways. We're your business, so like, why does it matter? You know, a lot of people can't make a video like this because of the shame and the guilt. Guess what? Nobody's gonna see it. And if they do, God bless them. Let's stick to this plan, man. Listen, my name is Justin. The markets are about to open. God bless you. Have a great trading day.